So, hello everyone. A very good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining this session. Joining us today, we have Anisha Arya from IE University. Myself, Rudra Vyas, and I represent Next Genius Scholarship Program. So, it's great to have you, Anisha, here.
Thank you, Rudra.
I has been part of Next Genius Scholarship Program from last few years, and it's great to be with them. Uh, Yeah, so before we talk more about what's going to be in the session, let me take you to something about Next Genius College Program, what exactly we are doing and what we are known for. So what exactly Next Genius does is we connect high school students with some outstanding university scholarship with some college in USA and in Spain. Yeah. So we have some fantastic colleges in US like Syracuse University, we have Trinity College, we have a Wheaton College, and there are many others. And we have IE University at Spain. Yeah. So if you are in grade 12 or if you are someone who is looking to study abroad, yeah, so registrations are open. You can apply on our website, that is next-genius.com, and you can be part of that one outstanding scholarship. Just want to mention one thing. In last 10 years, we have almost around more than 300 plus scholarship, 300 plus scholars winning the scholarship from all over in the South Asia. And yeah, they are doing such a great things at their destinations. Yeah. So in this session, Anisha will tell us about studying in Spain, how you can apply to Spain, what is the procedure, how you can move forward with the Spanish education, what are the procedure and related stuff. Yeah. So I hope you will have a great insight with each and every topic you are looking forward to. Yeah. So thank you for joining once again, Anisha, and yeah, we are looking forward to hear you.
Sure. Thank you so much, Rudra. That was a very kind introduction about IE and about different programs that Next Genius is associated with. Just to introduce myself quickly, my name is Anisha Arya. I represent IE University, Spain. Um, and if you are in grade 12 and if you're interested in studying in Spain, so I'll just highlight about quick good things about Spain in general and how IE as an institution is coming in the picture and how we can support your application in terms of scholarships, in terms of providing you with opportunities to stay back and also study in Spain. Because I understand when I talk about Spain in general, when we hear Spain, we always think it of as a tourist destination. We do not think of it as that you would want to go study, because apparently, like students based in India, they're quite inclined towards studying either in the UK or in the US for that matter, or Australia is also coming up. But Spain in general, I mean, if you talk about Europe as a continent in itself, it's also coming up in terms of providing with safety to students, great options and opportunities for students to stay back, to make also equivalent kind of the same package as, US or UK institutions would give you. And also at the same time to give you that culture where you can blend easily and also kind of network with other individuals in terms of your um, college, be it through internships or staying back opportunities. So I'll just quickly start with just a few bullet points on how Spain as a destination is like, and through Spain what more options you can delve into later on once you graduate. And little bit I'll touch base on what IE is doing, where are we exactly in Spain, and how one can apply to IE in terms of, the application, the scholarships, and just touch base on that. So I'm sure I'll not take too much of time. Genuinely, I'll keep it very short and crisp so that it's easier for you to get in. And by the time we kind of conclude this topic, I'm sure you will have some food for talk, to kind of talk to your parents or maybe your siblings about it, or maybe if you want to take a decision. And of course, you can reach out to either Devesh and Rudra in case if you have any questions related to me. I'll take some moment and opportunity to answer. But if you do want to reach out to me personally, I'm sure two of my colleagues can also share my details so that we can take it forward. So just to quickly talk about Spain, geographical wise, we are situated in the southern western part of the Europe with its capital as Madrid. So, I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of cities that you can visit in Spain, but talking about its capital, everyone has heard about Madrid and Barcelona. So these are again great destinations because Spain as a country is known for its rich culture, heritage, high quality education, and vibrant lifestyle. And you know, a few of the times when I kind of go ahead and also represent Spain, I also get this a lot, that is Spanish or is language a barrier? Um, Honestly speaking, like also being as a very top tourist destination, it is not, because Spanish being the third most spoken language in the world, I mean, people there are also acclimatized with how English is also kind of coming in the picture. So most of the people, you know, specifically people who are based in the urban setup, like for example, Madrid, Barcelona, for that kind of cities, they are well versed with, you know, English as their language. So of course, being bilingual also helps. But in case if you think that you don't know Spanish and you don't want to learn Spanish, I think language is not going to be a barrier, because you can comfortably go around the city and also, you know, speak in English and get along as well. So that way, as I said, it's known for its good culture and great lifestyle in terms of its vibrancy. So language is not a barrier. Moreover, if I talk about Spain also, we have seen that, you know, and this is coming through alums also. This is not my personal experience. My personal experience and my conversation with alums and current students have been like that. Spain in itself, like India, they have a very strong community spirit, and you know, they're very, very culturally embedded as a country. So just like how Indians are, you know, how we celebrate things and how we bring life into a festival, or how we kind of, you know, do it with such great passion. Spain is exactly like that. You know, people are just like Indians there. You're able to blend with them. You're able to, you know, have that camaraderie where you can talk it about anything. It's not like certain areas or maybe certain countries where you'd find that people are genuinely cold. But in Spain, they are very easy to blend in. You know, you can talk about it. Mental health is not a big issue there overall. And they celebrate things like how we do. So, like, you know, there's a genuine community spirit and a traditional wise things there, because how they celebrate their festival is like how we do. So a sense of connectedness is present in that country. And moreover, as Indians, if you can, you know, if you see yourself settling there, or if you see yourself studying there, you will know that a part of you would also be connected to those people, because how we are loud as an individual in terms of, you know, making sure that we're out there, you know, bonding, they're exactly like us. So, you know, it's not going to be like a problem you settling in, because things are as easy as, you know, how Indians make it. And with Indians, I personally feel we can go and we can make our friendships, or we can settle down anywhere through our talks, right? So it's basically that. And with Spanish people, with Spain in general, it's very easy. So moreover, if I talk about the food, we have, I mean, Spain has a world-renowned food culture. So if you're looking at vegetarian options, if you are a meat lover, or if you're something you would want to try, Spain has everything to offer. And let me also give you a quick fact. Spain also has the most Michelin star restaurants. So technically, if you are a great food lover, you would know where to go and how to crash. And starting from street food to restaurant foods, you'll have everything there. So if you are a food lover, I am telling you, it's not a disappointment at all. I can talk about education and, you know, things in general, but it's also food that Indians are very connected to. So just like that, also I thought like this was also a good thing for me to also, you know, talk about, because food for me at least as an individual matters a lot, right? So yeah. So also kind of, you know, putting little bit of vibrancy. I'm in Spain, specifically Madrid in general is a very vibrant, you know, in its surroundings, specifically because it highlights the dynamic and culture rich environment. So for example, in the center of Spain, like the downtown of it, there's a building called Metropolis building, which is a famous landmark. So again, it is an excellent choice for somebody who's looking at architecture, because if I talk about Spain, there are a lot of places which are, very traditionally wise built, and also has a very great architecture to it. So like if you are somebody who wants to understand the designing part of it or architecture part of it, then of course, again, it makes an excellent choice for somebody who's looking at architecture or urban studies. And in general, if I kind of, talk about the opportunities, the city has like countless opportunities for socializing and networking. And for like when I talk about how, so again, these metropolis building and also like other buildings around, there are a lot of like, foreign companies like PwC, Deloitte, or many more top corporates company which comes in the picture and actually gives you that opportunity. And with IE, with the institution and that I'm working with, they also have collaborated internship with such corporates. So they do come on campus with projects. There are, talks, there are conversations, there are life lessons, there are career lessons by these people who are like senior most leaders. And this is where, you connect and you kind of socialize. And genuinely speaking about not just only one building, but in general about Spain, if you go to either Segovia, if you go to Spain, if you go to Madrid, if you go to Barcelona, it has a very stunning architecture. And this not only exemplifies, the blend of historical or modern elements, but it also characterize or give a character to the city as well. So, again, in general, if I talk about, it's very rich modern wise also, because it has a very contemporary feel to it, but also it has a very traditional feel to it as well. So it's a combination of both, um, uh, combination of both traditional as well as, a mix of both, I would say. So in general, if again, Madrid as a destination, Madrid as a capital, it is a center of creativity, innovation, and excellence. And as a capital, it's a melting pot of creativity and innovation. And this is where, it attracts a lot of foreign companies which come and, kind of stay there. I'm not stay there exactly, which has a part of them in that country where it's easier for them to engage and, provide those cutting edge ideas and technologies. So Madrid in itself, it's just not only that I'm going to boast about my university, it boasts some of the Spain top universities and research institutions as well. And there are like wide array of programs that they offer. So Madrid in itself is like the capital. So of course, most of the lifestyle, and the only reason why I'm emphasizing on Madrid is because our institution also has a campus there, and a lot of institutions, they do have a campus there. And it's generally one of those cities where you'll attract, a lot of attention in terms of innovation, in terms of ideas, in terms of, technology, all of that. So, um, generally speaking, so yeah, I mean, it attracts people from all over the world. It has a very multilingual and a multicultural environment attached to it. So, which kind of enhances and, enriches the education for students, and it broadens the perspective of it. So, again, if I kind of look from a macro perspective, in short, if I tell you about Spain or Madrid in a nutshell, it is that place. It's a one-stop place for everything, like for food, for education, for, networking, um, people looking at architecture very richly, it dominates the traditional part of it. And it's very vibrant and it's very easy to blend in, right? So of course it's a one-stop shop. And of course, if you're experimenting to kind of also go around Spain, it's very easy. And with Spain also, the thing is that, you can also move across Europe as a continent, right? In case if you want to visit other countries, if you want to go for a holiday, if you want to go for a vacation, it genuinely kind of, helps you do that, because take a fast train and you're just almost visiting every country altogether. So we share our boundaries with Poland, so you can, definitely go there. The other part of the city which I also want to kind of mention is also Segovia. We also have one of our campus there, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So when I talk about UNESCO World Heritage Site, again, I'm kind of emphasizing it on its culture, on its architecture, because they're so beautifully built. Like, it goes back into like a 17th or 18th century. Uh, and every time we have seen people visiting those campus, or even as a city, they're always in awe of how beautiful it can be, how lush green it is. So definitely it's a win-win. So if I conclude, as a, Spain as a destination, it kind of offers student with a blend of academic excellence, culture richness, and also, vibrant city life. So this is just like a snapshot of Spain in general. Touching base on what I had previously mentioned, that I'm going to talk about IE as an institution. So we have not been long in the picture for quite some time. Just give me 1 second. Just I apologize for the same. So if I talk about, uh, the institution in general. So we have two campuses. We have campus in Madrid, which we are the fifth largest tower in Madrid. And more or less, we also have a campus in Segovia, which I mentioned. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site converted into a campus. So we have not been long there for a very long time, but as an institution, we are at par with, almost every institution in the world. Talk about our rankings, talk about our programs. We are ranked very highly. In Europe, we are ranked 6. In Spain, we are ranked number 1. And worldwide, for our programs, there are different programs that we are ranked for, but overall programs, we kind of come in roughly in between the rankings of 15 or 20. For our business programs, we're ranked 8th worldwide. And this is where we kind of set our teaching methodology apart. The reason why is because we are not a research institution. We are more of like we're more or less this institution which kind of helps student, put theories into practice. There'll not be any theoretical language or, books that will be given for you to understand, or maybe, put your ideas to. But it is one of that institution where you would know exactly what to do through case studies and projects. Or maybe, you go out in the field and you're performing that through either through internships, because we have collaborated internships. If I talk about our faculty in itself are also like working practitioners themselves. So they are not just PhD holders. They are, working as a senior most top leaders with companies, with corporates, and they're coming on campus with projects which kind of helps you understand what are the ongoing issues, strictly, right? So it helps you kind of, build on those issues to kind of help the faculty and support the faculty, and of course, at the same time, gain the real life experiences and gain the real life skills that companies are looking at. So this is just more or less about practical things. When I talk about the opportunities which are there in Spain and which are there at IE as an institution, so first and the very foremost thing is the collaborated internships that we have. And I always recommend students that you need to be proactive, because I understand that, our education system in India is built in such a way that we are almost spoon-fed about everything. But colleges doesn't mean that, they'll also end up providing that. All you need to be is that you need to be proactive on campus. You need to know what is going on. And with so much competition around, and I'm just not talking about Spain, I'm talking about every destination, in general, every college, everybody wants to get the best out of their education, right? So how you can be proactive, what you do on campus, how you kind of build in your resume, all of that also, kicks in and counts. So talents and career departments, they help you out with your application in terms of getting a job, or maybe applying for a job, or even an internship. It begins from day one, so that, the support is there, the resources are there. How you can utilize is also up to you, right? Basically, what we have students, the trend we've seen with the students in the past, and the trends that we have seen is that if you have like a collaborative internship, if you get an internship either through summer or, through through a winter internship or something like that, it usually gets converted into a full-time job later on. Helps you file your work permits and also, kind of stay back. Spain as a destination also gives you a 1-year work search visa. So in case if you do not have a job or an internship, you can still apply for those visa, and it kind of stretches you at least 1 year to see, explore, and find a job. If also that doesn't work out, then entire continent as a Europe kind of opens up, because we have France, we have Netherlands, we have so many countries out there who has jobs, and you can definitely also apply for it. So there is no dearth of jobs in Europe as a destination in itself. And if I had not mentioned, I'm also reiterating the same thing, that your degree is recognized all over the world. So of course, Europe as a destination can also work, but also other destinations do open up with the degree that you will also be looking at, right? Moreover, we also have summer and semester abroad. So we have a partnership with 200 plus universities all over the world. And when I say universities, I mean Ivy Leagues also, and top best universities in the US, UK, Australia, Europe, Germany, like you name it, and we have a collaboration with them. So these are again top universities to kind of also enhance your exposure and have an international tag to your resume. So this also kind of helps you in knowing that, what are more opportunities available. Um, I have also said this before, and I'm saying it again, that Madrid, we are a fifth largest tower, and we are surrounded by the financial district. And just kind of emphasizing that its role in the center of creativity, innovation, and excellence kind of helps students network and socialize better. It's a premier study destination because it's a cultural hub. Um, Again, a melting pot wherein you can, innovate and have creativity. Our tower has so many ideas and so many innovation and innovative stuff about, augmented reality, how AI is kind of coming up a lot these days. So, a lot of thing is there. Academic excellence, it has a very historical significance. Urban lifestyle, connectivity, multicultural environment, as I've said this before, everything, is at the pace. So of course it kind of helps students, and I'm not just, I don't want to use the word students, and even if you're just coming to also visit there, it kind of helps you understand that everything is in the center, right? You want to go for a study, you want to go for a study abroad, you want to come as a tourist, you want to work there, you just want to settle down, you want to see how it works. It absolutely works amazing because of its environment. As a university, we represent about 140 plus nationalities on campus. We are worldwide ranked number 5 for it. The diversity, the inclusivity that we have is unmatchable, because 75 plus languages are spoken on campus. And this is where we kind of come in the picture and helps you that your peer learning, the things that you learn from your peers is also excellent that way. So your peer learning opportunity is great. Um, Staying on campus, affordability wise, Spain is highly affordable in terms of your tuition, in terms of living. There's no as such hidden costs. Genuinely, you might not even spend on books as much as you would end up spending on food, honestly. So that's another advantage. Think about like spending. I'm just looking probably anywhere in between 15 to 20 lakhs per year as your uh, tuition fees. And if you have a scholarship, then it can even reduce it down. So I'm just calculating at an average percentage, and I'm kind of giving you a ballpark number with your staying wise and living wise and tuition wise. Scholarships, if I, for Indian students, being an international student myself, I know how scholarship plays a bigger role in deciding the factor of attending the university. Scholarship wise, we give out scholarship on the basis of need, on the basis of merit, and on basis of extracurriculars. And student has the opportunity to apply for 3 scholarships in their application form. So we are also there on Common App. if you're interested in kind of knowing more about IE University and maybe applying for IE, we are there on Common App. It kind of helps you out to narrow down your institution and apply in that one app. And as I said, you can apply for 3 scholarship, which kind of boosts up your chances. Our scholarship ranges it between 10 to 60% average of what we have seen the trend and data last year. It has come out that Indians do get about a 40%, which again sets you apart because being a very highly affordable university, the 40% can actually reduce down your tuition so much. And if you have great academics, then there's a direct scholarship of 30%, which combined can give you a 70 at straight. So that is there. And if I talk about community, we have a strong Indian community also there, because I understand that, if you are moving from one country to another, you also need support. And you might not need support through for people who are staying there, or maybe through friends, or maybe through relatives, but through community. So we have a very strong community, Indian community. We celebrate all sort of festivals there. There's also connectivity. And these are again second year, third year students who kind of help you out in terms of issues that you might face. Like, for example, probably helping you out with the housing, or maybe just helping you out with if there are any opportunity. There's a strong group and they keep on posting things, so again it's easier for you to also have somebody at your back whom you can talk it out, things in detail, and resources can be figured out for that matter. So you want to celebrate a Bollywood night, you have Diwali festival celebrations, all of that is done on campus. And with the support, I mean, of course, there are n number of things that you can definitely do on campus. So probably this much it. I don't think so I would want to exaggerate more about Spain, but definitely it's one of the very top destinations for students, for international students per se. You can definitely keep your options and keep your ideas open. We are IE University. I would say if you do want to give it a bit research, or maybe a thorough research about the programs, about where we stand, about what are the programs. We have single degrees and dual degrees. Single degrees are of 4 years and dual degrees are of 5 years. Um, our dual degrees are usually like a mix with business, and our single degrees are, they vary from computer science or data business to IR. And when I say IR law, our law program is accredited here in India. With IR, we have faculty from UN coming in, and there is a UN hiring as well. So, yeah, I mean, I would say just go ahead, do some readings about IE, think about Spain as a destination. And I'm not saying think about Spain as a destination in terms of studying. I'm also saying that, think about Spain in terms of staying back, in terms of, the opportunity that it can bring you to the table while other institutions or other countries might not. Think about settling it down. Think about from a perspective that, how our programs, or maybe if you do some research, how it stands out and how it caters to you individually, because our programs are designed in such a way that it helps you cater you in a sense that, that you feel connected and you don't feel lost to, right? Uh, so I'd like to end here. I'd like to conclude with the fact that, with Spain in itself being such a premier destination, uh, offering, a blend of cultural richness and, academic excellence. I would also say that, it's also innovative at the same time. It's a mix and a blend of both traditional and contemporary things. So again, it's an ideal place for somebody who wants growth, not only personally, but also professionally, right? So yeah, I think I'd just keep it relatively short. Um, Open up for questions if you may have for me, um, and see if I can answer, or maybe if I can, do my best to see what I can bring to the table for you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Anisha. It was such a great session, and obviously, I and everyone, I hope, learned a lot about Spain and studying in Spain, all about IE University as well. I just have a quick question. Can you tell me about means? with everyone. What are the most popular majors which
Sure.
usually Indian students and international students studies at IU University?
Sure, Rudra, that's a great question. We have about 16, 17 majors that university offer. And as I said, we have wide array of programs that students can look to. Genuinely speaking, we also I've also got like direct questions from students as well. So I don't know if they are comfortable me speaking out right now and kind of answering it, but I'll just keep it as a short on the side. But talking about the top five programs, I would say our business program is ranked very highly. So if a student is interested in business, we have concentrations in business like international business, we have finance and investing. We also have sales and marketing, sustainability. So we have about nine concentrations that we offer, and of course these are on different segments. Again, if student is looking at business and they have uh, finance or as a major or maybe international in their mind, they can definitely consider. The other program I have seen students expressing a lot of interest from India is also international relations. As I said that we have our faculty from UN. So they are the ones coming in. As I said that, our teaching methodology is based in such a way that our practitioners themselves are working in, their sectors or in their areas. They're bringing and they're coming on campus teaching and bringing live cases and projects. So with IR, we have faculty from UN who comes and teaches, and we also have an internship with them. We have seen students in the past also getting hired from UN. So again, that makes an exceptional program. International relations, our law program is also a great program, and both our law program and architectural studies are accredited here in India. So it kind of again opens up the chances for student to come back and be a lawyer here. With law also, we have partnership with US and UK universities. With US, we have a partnership with Northwestern College, and with UK, we have partnership with King's College London. They students has the option and the flexibility to do a 1 year with them and kind of practice as a solicitor there. So again, it kind of uh broaden their perspective in terms of practicing it in four countries. They can be in Spain, they can be in India, they can be in the UK, they can be in the US, depending on which country that they choose. The third program, I would say that we have seen students expressing a lot of interest from India, is also computer science and artificial intelligence program and data and business analytics. So again, this is again somebody who's looking at robotics, somebody who's looking at artificial intelligence, cryptography, augmented reality. All of that will fall under the umbrella of CS and AI. And somebody who's looking at data and business analytics, we are just completely looking at how we can, modify data and how we can use it personally. The fourth program I would say would be behavioral and social sciences and communication and digital media. These are 4 and 5. These are again top. Communication digital media is again everything is now media related. So somebody who wants to do something with the content, who wants to see how the digital thing or digital marketing kind of thing works. Again, we have a specifically designed programs for that. Uh, Behavior and social science, we have seen students who are interested in industrial psychology, right? So working with top-notch HRs, companies, all of that. So I would say these are again 5 programs. These are what I've mentioned, the single degree programs. Dual degree, if I talk about it, it is mostly with business. So business and computer science is another top program. Law and international relations together is another top program that students opt for. We have also seen business and data, as I said. So again, these are 2 3 programs we've seen students apply and get in for. So yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was great. Okay, so Anisha, we have one more question from someone.
Yeah.
So, does IE provide application fee waivers to international students? To
um we actually do not provide application waivers. I mean, in the past we have not. If there's a genuine need to it, we can definitely consider. However, overall we do not provide waivers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so through Common App also, if a student apply, they wouldn't get a waiver. Their application won't be accepted, or they would not be considered if they have not paid a the application fee. So
Okay.
it's just a disclaimer that even in the Common App, there's a asterisk which mentioned that IE does not accept the application until unless you pay the application fee. So I'm just giving you a heads up. If there is a genuine need, we can definitely consider, and we need a solid proof for that. But usually we do not provide waivers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And do have another question that is
Yes.
related to some IE Parents Young Talent Leadership Program. I think, yeah, if
That's
you
a
can give
that's a 100% scholarship.
yeah, so if you can give some light on that, what
Yes.
it
So
is.
as I said that we provide scholarship on the basis of need. We provide scholarship on the basis of merit and extracurriculars. Parents, talent young leaders is one of the scholarship that provides 100% on your tuition and on your living, which is your accommodation. This is usually given out to students because once you kind of fill in the application form, you have to mention and kind of furnish certain documents based on their documentations, based on certain factors, that who are the earning members of the family, um, you know, um, what sort of your ideas do look like. So there are certain parameters that the financial committee at the university kind of looks into in order for them to give out this decision. So that is through the financial documents that you would have to furnish and kind of fill out that. But yes, we have seen also students getting a lot, but again, as I said, it is genuinely on the basis of need, this scholarship.
So how competitive it is basically.
See, again, Rudra, it does not depend on the fact that how competitive it can be. It is basically all the game is all about the documentation. Your documentation has to be in place. The committee needs to feel the urge to give out this to somebody who's definitely in the need. And what we've seen in the past, that I is not one of those institutions who will kind of not give, to prevent a student from studying. We will give the scholarship to student if we see that there's a genuine need attached to it and they're generally interested in pursuing their academics or at IE. So again, it depends on both the factors, the need also and their passion to study at IE. I mean, we would want to give it out and nobody comes accepts it, or they don't want to consider it, then it just becomes vain for us. So we want to see the passion and the need for them to do it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, great, great. Okay, so I just have a final question for you.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So I just want to understand how many majors and minors a student can select at once, and what is the flexibility, how they can choose anything.
Uh, Great question. Thanks for asking. Just to give you a heads up, we are not a liberal arts university. We do not offer majors and minors as a concept. It is pre-curated. Student need to know and student need to be decisive enough to understand what they want to pursue in. Um, uh, it's, I would say it's not something that we are looking at in terms of changing majors once you're there in the university, because it is again on the seat availability. I'm not saying that changing is not there. Are we flexible enough? I would say no, because again it depends, and the reason why I'm saying no is because it depends on the seat availability on that certain programs. So if you are headstrong, if you know what you have to study, then we have programs for you. If you think that you don't know what to study and you don't want to do mix, that you want to do mix and match, then I'm unfortunately we're not the university for you. And I'm very super straight about it. I don't want to misguide or mislead anyone. We have programs pre-curated, so a student needs to know what they want to study. And when we say, let's say for example, we have students who want to study design, for example, right? And they know that they only want to study interior designing, then from the beginning, from year one, interior designing is taught to them. There is no left, right, center, Tom, Dick, Harry, that we do this, we do that, we give you an introductory course or all of that. We don't do that. We mean strictly business, and we strictly means uh, your idea of the fact that everything will be taught to you from exactly day one to time you complete. And your degree will be specifically in that. So like when interior designing means everything from A to Z interiors, nothing else but interiors. So that way. So that's why uh we're slightly, tough and a little, you know, hard, I would say that, this is what we do and this is what we are focused on. So no liberal thing as such. Spain in itself is liberal, but university in general, if I talk about the programs, slightly
Yeah.
not.
Okay, okay. No worries. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much once
Yeah.
again.
Rudra, I have direct questions from students here.
Okay.
So, should I just, I don't know how comfortable they would be, so I don't know, but I have plenty of questions in my direct messages. I can speak out. Uh, and um, this is just, I'm taking a consent from everyone. If you're comfortable, I can read the question and I can answer. I think it can be a help for other fellow students and counselors as well. So if you're interested, please give me okay, already, so go ahead. All right, thanks. So I have someone who says, I'm really interested in applying to IE University. Could you guide us through the application form from scratch and also the scholarship opportunities for international students? Definitely, Praman, I would be interested in kind of helping you out through the application process. And I genuinely appreciate the fact that you're interested in IE. When I talk about the application process, we are 5 steps. Number one is your application form. It's a very comprehensive in its nature. So, they will ask for every details. And once you submit the application form, you have to undergo the admissions test. If you have given SAT, SAT of 1200 above is what we accept to waive off the admissions test. But if you've not given SAT, then you have to take our admissions test, which is just basically our aptitude test. Um, and this is just to check your logical and creative reasoning and abilities. Once you complete with your admissions test, then you have to undergo Kira assessment, which is called a personality test. It's nothing, there's no preparations required for both the tests. It's just we are assessing how you are as an individual in terms of the program that you'll be applying for. So it's basically just 2 questions that you have to answer in that Kira assessment. It's a 30-minute thing. Post that, we have our second last stage, which we call final interview. So you'd be interviewing with the admissions committee, telling them what you know about the program and why you're interested in that program. It's basically an informal conversation. And just to give you a heads up, we are not looking at how much you know about the program. It's okay if you don't know about the program. We don't expect you to, but just bits and bits of knowledge would genuinely help. And then the last stage is the decision. So it usually happens within a month's time. Once you submit in your application, through in a month's time you would know, right? If you're applying through NextGenius, I'm sure they have certain timelines to it, which also Devesh and Rudra can definitely also let you in. So their timelines would kind of vary from our timeline, but again, it's safe, right? You can apply through them and they can help you in terms of understanding and analyzing. And Devesh, you can also chip in, and if you want to kind of talk about the timelines, you can do that. If I talk about the scholarship opportunities, post once you have the acceptance letter, and of course again Devesh will also help you, like Next Genius in itself will help you also apply for scholarships. So again, you have support, you have resources available. You can definitely reach out to the team and they can kind of help you. But if you know from me about the scholarship, you can apply for 3 scholarships, and this is post your offer letter, right? Based on need, academics, and your extracurriculars. um you've also asked me what is the acceptable language proficiency test. Does I accept Duolingo or SAT English scores? And if yes, how much? So as I said, that SAT score of 1200 is what we accept. It's optional. If you have not given, it will not hamper your application. We also accept Duolingo for 120. So if that also works, well and great. We also accept TOEFL and IELTS, but if your entire education has been English, then you need not give all of these exams. So you're all good. Um, uh, okay. What is the IB score requirement for scholarships? For scholarships, it depends. The cutoff for a single degree program is 32 and above. For a dual degree program, Neil, it's 34 and above. The average is 37. to apply. But if you're looking at a great IB score for a direct scholarship, I'm looking at anything above 37, like 38 or 39, can fetch you a direct scholarship of 30% from the university. So I hope this helps. Hey, could you tell me how many undergrad Indian students are there in IU University currently? Yes, Sanya, I can definitely pull up some data and I can share it with you. We for our graduate program, specifically for students who are enrolled in, MBAs, the management, we have a very large chunks of Indian students. Probably the digits are 100 and above. Um, we are currently building our pipelines for undergraduate students. From last year cohort, we have about 21 students who are currently attending IU universities who are in their first year. So I really hope that helps. But please, again, if I tell you, please do not look at number as your decisive factor, because we are our teaching to faculty ratio is also very small. So there's one-on-one. You get to learn a lot from somebody sitting in a small cohort size comparatively to like 100 people plus one faculty. So I hope the number should not be a determining factor when you apply to IE or when you think about IE. Um, um, Anjali says, thank you, ma'am. The session was extremely informative. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Anjali. My doubt is that about research opportunities at IE, what kind of research opportunities are available? Anjali, I'm not sure if you were there initially when I was talking to you about IE. We are a university. We are not research focused much. We are practically based university wherein we kind of um, put everything from theory to practice. So like whatever you will study in the classroom, you'll kind of, do a hands-on. So we have very hands-on, very practical approach, a practical based university. We do not have research opportunities much, because when we talk about research opportunity, we're talking about sciences in general. Like you'll have a lot of research in the fields of biology, in fields of chemistry, or something along that lines. So we are not that university. With CSNAI, you might have certain research and collaborative opportunities with faculty, but overall, no. So if you think that research is one of the options that you want to look at, then I will not be an institution. But if you're somebody who's looking at practical learning, then definitely give us a shot. Yeah. Um, is there is there any transcript evaluation requirement for the university if our country doesn't follow international GPA scale? Technically, if you're doing IB levels, it's not a requirement. Certainly, if you apply for visas, there are certain documents that need to be apostilled. But as per CBSE or as per different educational board, you might would want to go for an evaluation. But as I said, it's not required for the visa. Once you're there on campus, you can give it out as a mark sheet to the committee. It wouldn't kind of hamper. So, do we need to take mandatory Spanish courses? No, you do not. As I said, Spanish is not mandatory at all. It's optional. University does offers free Spanish classes. So, if you're interested, you can definitely enroll. Is it mandatory? No, it's not. Thank you, Pranam. Obviously, I had to answer, yeah. Sandhya says that in terms of eligibility, our IB certificate courses ahead are are IB certificate courses instead of a diploma acceptable to pursue a business? Um, we do not accept IB certificate. You have to have a diploma. So IB diploma is what IE accepts. What are the A level requirements for IE? So if you're applying for any major, we're looking at either A or ABB, either. And this is applicable all across. So I hope this helps. Yeah, this puts end to the questions that I received in my direct messages.
Yeah, that was great insight, I think. Everyone had
Thank
lots.
you, Rudra. I personally think it was great for me to have this session with Next Genius. I think it's a platform where I can just talk to definitely interested students, and it just gives me an opportunity to, do a humble brag about IE and about Spain in general. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's a great opportunity for me as an individual itself. So I'm sure that it's an opportunity for you to connect me to students, but it's also an opportunity for me because Spain is so niche and I just get to talk about it to people who are genuinely interested. So cheers to you guys, man. I mean, of course, I appreciate this a lot.
yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
thank you so much. And I will request you to just put your email IDs in case anyone have questions.
I'll actually put in my contact number and my email.
Yeah,
So in case if you do have any questions, you do want to reach out to me personally, please do so. I'm available either through email or through WhatsApp. Um, if you do want to, of course, reach out to Devesh or Rudra for that matter regarding any questions, happy to help as well. So this is my email. Uh,
yeah,
and this is my number.
yeah. So, okay. Thank you so much
Wonderful.
again.
Excellent. Yay. Thank
And
you.
thank you everyone for joining.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you for your time.
Have a great evening ahead. Yeah. Bye.
Lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Rudra. Thank you, Devesh, for this. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye. Bye. Take care.